Utie oha extra punk no.
Needs FM.
Memra Kingsley so.
Yo, ohima me dase. Ma me ma wa ha na me nche bushafo a agibrate. Nchi asunko. COVID-19. From day one, we were set on the wrong note, fail in all the approach to go across. Because as someone honorable Kokwajima Menu Kanye, according to Ghana Web publication of Monday, 6 July 2020. Here, Akufo Addo is tired. We are all fatigued. Health Minister. The Minister of Health, Kokwajima Menu Honorable, has stated that the government is fatigued. Babre, watu baha, watu piti. Government have been fatigued by the COVID-19, by the increasing cases of coronavirus in the country, despite numerous interventions and public education on the disease. Intervention been abandoned by. Public education been abandoned by. None. Till date, we are still relying on WHO protocols from the very beginning. You don't with the running water and soap, right? You use face mask. Now, you sanitize and social distancing. If possible, avoid crowded places. That's all.
And that's what is being practiced.
Good. Yeah, I know that's what is being practiced, but I think other countries have different approach altogether. But I'm talking about Ghana. But man, dear, you're and starting free Ghana. Okay? And starting free China. A free China, a Ghana. Mean too quite China that, but I am tempted to believe say more than 10 hours flight. So called direct more than 10 hours. Very well, 16 hours. Now you're in free 16 hours fly away from Ghana. Abedu Kruma. A banasene are in by. You ain't part of the baby. Nippon of the buy. Good. There's a nippon of the buy idea. Which means Yariano and Yamre and Yam Pimpin if you could. As in you toy and if you free and the diabetes. And now Yariano so and ye airborne and Yam Frama. So China phone from Mano. At least, ye na human from Abaku, you are saying Muntin from Anabodiaba. Nippon de Bae. Kabani your bill, yes, serious. I'm on Penny Akufo Addo dear man in Nuhuni. Ye here saw Bogana for Hobaya. At the very beginning, Kadina can all say, oh, ye. I bear a to say, our China, no free walk or Europe. At the time when they dear meme, our Italy and other countries, there was a consensus at home. Say, ye local mine down. Young Kodo man said they buy a plane, Minasa passengers be and free outside Emma. Others have been suggested. The Ghana for a 2 coin floor mine, my mom, Kwamama. Woman so more Juma expatriate or more Juma Kruma. No more coding holidays or more encroachment. May mom call Mama. And Pocras Oko hears a Nippon Baba. He or she must go to a strict health scrutiny. As I would remember on my name. Abani and sir. 1 year. Still I ran by. Near Kofa Yarene Bayano, Ayo Mampeni Akufo Addo Ankasa, near somewhere ending of no, that was latter part of February 2019. Ne kwanya wo 2 year corner England call Norway. Be pie I have found on the Kruma. Obedu I think on the 3rd of March. The following 3 days was 6 March. On the 8th or 9th, and they recorded first case. One of the by Norwegian High Commissioner to Ghana. Is that right? After Mampini recording the birthday, and then on Brenton and so organized the birthday party man. No kodi asa.
2 people NDC kind by Sana Norwegian.
Well, that wasn't official, but official communique na NHS it was Norwegian Prime Minister, or say Ambassador to Ghana was the first case. And let's look at the attitude and the conduct of the government have been the use of the COVID to exploit the people. That's all. Abani deba no ye. Okoti COVID-19 trust fund. In fact, before my transfer no so krampo yare ne bae o man penny first address ka say yare no ekumo bia enim NDC enim MPP it doesn't know political colors and for nipa ko an wo ye wo bi na wo ni bi wo ofe na wo ye hwan ekumo be enya wo e bekum and it became a duty on every one of us so the body ne betimi aye and collectively ye be kwontia yare no ndi amim obakaya NDC kote COVID-19 or the same team ho that team na NDC tie no adwuma be no mbe did the government engage them and this is not in government and this aban no o say emwa bi obi ewa adwene onipa bi obi wa obetimi di ba beboa na kwontia yare no di sunkunim no for adwene bra NDC as a political party is a bigger political party and a chairman of some powerful say be a health expert o say dun ketia the general secretary health expert for President Mahama knows nothing about health because a health expert and until you assemble the group of people are or more expert in that field abanu here or more engage or more did the government invited them ah manko adwenkyerɛ bɛ na bani here from was NDC way adwenkyerɛ di bi amosomo wɔ no momfangu nkrata asomra did the government made that they never did why because they see the COVID-19 this national pandemic this global catastrophe as an opportunity to make money and indeed they have made money out of it okay say corporate organizations and buy donations no kote COVID-19 trust fund no do no kasa ni nua ba our former chief justice Mama Gloria Sofia Akufo not ne kotra no sika corporate organizations at the come omo akonta me no mabu akire Ghana have they given us a forensic audit of amount of receive here and how those money were used have the government provided that as well the government did a lockdown you're free China bedu kroma you say lockdown look at lockdown to Kabia by here why now so lockdown 3 days before Obeloke Accra Kumasi and some part of central region down I want the space of 3 days within that 3 days no one will nipa a far cars free Accra echo outside Accra such a poor and abysmal handling and I'm wondering nipa omuto mampenifo so betu sana mono as a result of sir nebulous approach the eventual reflection was that you're already free Accra as predict the other regions and we begin to see the surge here we are I had a conviction so no matter what you're already had a bit media be my meme since yankopon kaye ho and it appears that my conviction have been firmly anchored even though antimendi boni pio Africa had here that notwithstanding or crab out crumble ehwene nkwa ehun hiama ye pa so the government from the very beginning didn't show any seriousness now you see a lockdown wa buy so why no quickly or small no ma menu back no for reata e parliament so on for budget and come parliament over 2 billion Ghana cedis almost 1 year marketing 200 million 45 million Ghana cedis another 45 million Ghana cedis or so and then additional 105 or so million Ghana cedis our more the bechiche ama and almost the bechiche nnuane dry food any cook food and the bin super buffer stock no more their chair and nnuane aye no aye and the bin super NBSSI all these monies are buying sakaye no say what channel criteria better the chairs and your mano for all you know there was a radio station in Kumasi I think Tafu or so I won't grant interview to one of the guys a normal reporter said look that buying your man or they buy see and find channel you find man Crawford on the lockdown they didn't share all the items some were left and being sold in the market and if you look at the approach about you here the food was shared on political colors no more the contract the more one can say MPP women organizers and MPP for the super boys with fever so in effect the government see as an opportunity to make money they went to parliament up to date apparently accounting for sika how those money were spent meanwhile I got a for sika another I was saying way that the COVID exposed the ineffectiveness of President Akufo Addo government was the way they handle it now let's look at the PPEs and health workers a cry for the government provided them during the lockdown. Former President Mahama provided PPEs. In addition to that, he provided monies to support, people who have been hit by this pandemic. I'm not deviating. I am talking about your government approach. I'm talking about government approach. And for the first time, listen. No, please. You are interjecting me when you were speaking away here. No, don't do that. 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 I am saying that your government handling of the pandemic has been so bad and poor. So I was expecting President Akufo Addo to come and apologize to Ghanaians and say, "Why me fast from me handle COVID-19? My handling here." And mind you, people have lost their businesses from the one abroad by Ogu banks. Thousands and thousands of Ghanaians lost their jobs. In addition to that, among for Musikawa banks and the fund management companies are a lock going down. Men's go and others. And also, COVID-19 has have a tomobium. So you could see the Ghanaian household were suffering before the coming into being of this COVID-19. And they partner by now, ye control about also which ensure free. Ensure also which free the busao. So ensure now also which and you free and that's a Ghana for me to after the elections. Government refused to provide answers to that. But after the elections, when I go upon Krumaba Kachere and say, there is a need to fill that 19 billion gap ababedaho. Therefore, we should pay. A binary confer taxes Mako 7 or more. They go Ghana for so, including baller tax. At the same time, also ensuring light or the Mayano into a insurance company. So you can imagine how President Akufo Addo is using the COVID-19 pandemic as an excuse and a political cane to shape Ghanaians instead of helping us to be relieved.
This is a situation whereby a third wave unity.
They are saying so.
They see a vaccine center.
Tika abane koi free stabilization fund. I think $2.3 million. That's Sikano, President Mahama, and the two. Oko World Bank, Echo $100 million. And our IMF, it's also my $1 billion. Okan says can in Abumwa, over $1.3 billion. Couldn't this money from the very beginning, Adeba and Kabane was quiet at the time. So Quebec my friend, all the local scientists, sit them down. This is a global problem. Let's also find Ghanaian solution to this problem. He never did that. But instead, Omo take the opportunity of the, how do you call it? The opportunity of the situation, break our procurement laws, and award contract to their cronies, like Frontier Healthcare Services Solutions Limited, or Moya Teso Kotoka International Airport. At the time, one other African country no charge to do a crampono $35 per test. No, Ghana has near $150 per testing. What kind of government is this? Now, Oba catch say, Omo be COVID vaccine debe center. And yeah, one hospital so cancer based in West. Obey follow Ghanaian last Sunday also. He can't talk about it. You see, Omampene Akufo Addo reduce governance to the leveler, the village assemblyman. People take him serious than the president.
But that's it.
Utie oha extra punk no.
Needs FM.